Listen, first of all, don't go lying to America and saying such incendiary stuff. Talk about I'm Hannitized. Watch your mouth. That's going too far. That's just going too far. You need to stop that right now. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. But I got to admit to you, listen, Donnie, I was very surprised that he won. He won for the Democrats with the election over Andrew Cuomo specifically, and that he's going to be the Democratic nominee for the mayor's seat in New York City, considering what he was proposing. I'm not here to denigrate him in any way. I don't know the man. I don't know all of his policies. I'm not trying to do that. But when you talk about, free child care and free buses and all of this stuff, it's like free. It ain't going to work. It's not going to work. That is a doomed scenario. And you left out how I mentioned you on my YouTube show, Sean. I mentioned Sean Hannity because I said Sean Hannity doesn't hesitate to throw out AOC, doesn't hesitate to throw out Bernie Sanders or Jasmine Crockett. That is not an accident.
I'm inclusive.
It's not an accident.
Stephen A., I'm inclusive. I play them often on the show. I want people to be very aware of who they are.
Yes, I'm sure you are. Very clear. That's a beautiful word to use, non-offensive in the whole bit. It's unbelievable how slick you can be. It really is. You're really good. You're really good. But I got to tell you something. I'm just saying, you're not. If you're the Democrats, and you hear me and hear me good, if you want a chance in the midterms, if you want a chance for the presidency, you better not lean far left the way that you did in 2024. Right,
Stephen A.
It will not work. It won't.
This Stephen A. man, I respectfully, just as respectful as possible, please stick to sports, man, because you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. And to claim that the Democrats leaned into far left stuff in 2024 is absolutely preposterous and ridiculous. Kamala Harris ran like a left campaign for like a few weeks, and then she pivoted to the center and she got blown out in the general election. We haven't seen this like experiment with like the far leftist. Actually, the one time we had somebody posturing as a far leftist was Obama when he ran in 2008, the Hope and Change campaign, and he won like Indiana and North Carolina and these states that a Democrat hasn't won since then. So like the people that are claiming, oh no, the Democrats have to run to the center, they can't, but what they're talking about is the Democrats going too far left on like extreme social policies, and that we can all agree with. At least most of us can agree with, like, when it comes to like transgender issues and men and women's sports and things, there are a lot of issues. Defund the police, which isn't something, not something that I subscribe to, and most reasonable people don't subscribe to. It was a slogan that was ridiculous and didn't work. That most reasonable people understand when we're looking at, quote unquote far left, we're looking at left wing social, not social, but economic policy. Okay. And then you're going to say, oh, well, he's talking about like all these giveaways, these free stuff, all the free stuff and the redistribution of wealth, which, we kind of need at this point in the United States of America, when the, rich are sucking up billions and billions of dollars, trillions of dollars, and leaving the middle class and the poor with crumbs, and they are shrinking over time, getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed. And that's the reason why you have a Trump-like backlash in the first place. The economic policies are why Zohran won the primary here, and it's probably why he's going to win the general election. It's a message that works. It's a message that, people want, and that's why they voted for him. So this is complete nonsense. And to say that you can't have free childcare, every other, modern country on the planet provides this in some way or another. Not to mention like free public transportation or free buses or whatever. This is like a normal, reasonable policy. Dozens of other cities and places, states and countries around the world do that. So these are not crazy politics. This is just normal human policy that you can actually implement. That stick to sports, Stephen A., please. Watch a little bit more of this and see if there's anything else to comment on.
Won't work.
Starting tonight, let's go back to your party. It's your party. You say you're a Democrat. You're trying to help your party. Tonight,
I'm an independent.
Your party. Okay. Right. Your name are we done with the playing the game
Haley.
that Stephen A. might run for president as a Democrat? Can we get over that game? Can you just say, I'm never doing it, not going to happen ever? You don't want to say that because it's great press for you.
Hold on. I'm not going to say never if the American people, reached out and said this is what we need. I mean, I might have to think about it. But I have no intention.
You are out of control.
I have no intention.
My friend,
I have no intentions of doing so. I got a better life. Listen, man. Listen. We care about this country, don't we? Listen, I want to thrive.
We do.
You're right about this. I want to thrive in economy. I want national security. I want our borders controlled. I want all of those things, okay?
All right,
now,
then
we can make a legitimate argument. And we'll
stop.
What?
At this hour
now?
in Washington, guess what? The Democrats, they are voting against what would be the largest tax cut in history. They are voting against, hold on, no tax on tips, overtime, Social Security. They are voting against securing our borders, deporting criminal aliens. They are voting against energy dominance. They're voting against a stronger national security. They are voting against reforming our disgusting educational system. That's your party.
They're voting against kicking millions of people off of Medicare and Medicaid and SNAP and food programs and school lunches, not to mention a litany of other unbelievable things that are just, rotten to the core with this bill. So he's good at the propaganda, I will admit.
Not mine.
I want to tell the American people right here on this top-rated show that I would love to threaten Sean Hannity by telling him I'm going to do the same thing to him when he comes on my show, but he does the same thing on my damn show. So there's no hope for me at all. You understand? Here's the deal, young, because you keep talking, you won't let me chime in here. I understand what you're saying the Democrats are voting against. So is Senator Tillis, Senator Paul, Senator Collins. You got 3 Republicans that said, "Oh no, no, no." You got, you got
Stephen
another.
Stop obfuscating.
You got Chip Roy and others that are speaking against it. They weren't happy about it.
Here's my question. Wait a minute. Right now, Democrats are voting against the largest tax increase, against the largest tax cut in history.
Largest tax increase on low income and middle class people. That's probably true. Anyway, the conversation is really tough to listen to because, Hannity is as bad as it gets. I don't know why Stephen A. Smith wants to go on that show continuously. But anyway, you just have two blowhards sort of going back and forth, not really understanding the reality of anything at this point. They'll just have to wait and see, as we all will as well. Let me know, what do you guys think about Mamdani, the New York City mayoral race, and what do you think about the big, beautiful bill now that it has passed? I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.